Flosstube, I'm Lori and welcome to Once Upon a Stitch. Today is Saturday, August 31st, Labor Day weekend. I wish everybody a happy Labor Day. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you for coming back. I have a lot to share with you as far as stitching and just a little bit of life update. And I just want to say that this is my 38th floss tube. Last time I made a floss tube, I had said it was 36, but it was supposed to be 37. So we have two 36s and now we have a 38. Sorry for confusion. Yeah, let's see. I have everything down here, so I don't want to forget anything. Okay, life update. We're going to just do good stuff this weekend. So the good stuff is Rebecca is going to be starting her 38th week of pregnancy, and so it could be any day now. The due date is really the 20th of September, but the doctor told her she's basically at term, so it could happen at any time. The baby's in the correct position according to the doctor, so all things are pointing in a positive direction for that. And this past Wednesday, I went with Amy, my future daughter-in-law, and her mom to her dress fitting. Why? Why is he calling me when he knows I'm videotaping? Is he going to open the door? That is the question. Yes, Al?
The AC went on.
Okay, I'm videotaping.
Ciao.
Say hello.
Hi.
Okay. Decide what to do. The air conditioning went on and we have our windows open. So I'll let him deal with it. Okay, where was it? Oh, we went to the bridal fitting and oh my gosh, she looked gorgeous. It was a scary time. The woman was taking a hem of her dress, so she has so many layers that the very inside layer she actually cuts it to the floor length, and then she has her stand on some tiles. They're big sheets of tiles, so that she then does the next layer, but that one she rolls, so she had it. That's why she had her stand up a little bit higher, so she had a little bit of playroom. And then there was another layer of tulle. I think there was 2 or 3 layers where she pinned it together and then cut that, and then the final lace layer she folded and pinned, and then she worked on her back area of putting the fabric there, but it's going to be cut out and it's going to be lacy. So it was over a 2-hour visit for sure, but it was lots of fun, and Amy's sister was there, so we got to catch up and chit chat, and so it was good times, and her mom. So okay, for my last video I had a question about a picture that was sitting here last week, and I brought it here to show in front. It is a Works by ABC, and the title is Flowers from 1650. Let's see, I'm guessing that the lighting, excuse me. Now, when I saw, as I'm taping, I see it washes out a lot, but when I watched back my last video, it wasn't as bad as when I see it. So I'm hoping that you get to see it well. Okay, so Flowers by 1650, and this was the finished frame that was back on that table. Oops, out of frame. Here you go. And you can get that at your local L&S. They sell it there, or you can go to Works by ABC website on Etsy. Arlene sells her patterns there. Okay, I took some little quilts down that I had hanging here, and I just want to share them with you before I put them away. This was a Laura Wazalowski pattern that I got from her book, and it has a lot of handwork on top of it. She does a lot of embellishing on her little quilts, so I did that one. And then this was a design that I drew because at one time we had a bunch of orchid plants. When I was working, as a lot of times I would get plants as a present, and I bring them home, and my husband was really good with the orchids for a while, but then we don't have that green thumb for years and years. But this was something that, I don't know if you can see the white one in here, but this was just something I drew and then I put together myself and kind of used some fancy stitches on the machine. This was all done on the machine, whether it be free motion or fancy stitches that I have built in. So those are the two quilts that I just took down. Okay, what have I been stitching? These were stitching that I told you about in my last video, what I was going to be working on. And I have a finish of Alice from the Tra La La collection. And I did this on a blue Ocean Spray Mist. No, Ocean Spray Blue it's called. And let's see if I put a white piece of paper next to it. Anyway, that's my finish. I have a few finishes, but nothing is fully finished this time. I'm hoping for my next video, some of these finishes and some of the ones that I showed in my last video will be fully finished. Okay, then one of the ones I worked on was Christmas House Trio, and I did the Christmas one at the top. And I finished that one as well. Now this one, if you remember, this is on an 18 count Aida. You can see through that. And it's on taupe. And I took away the bunting on the bottom. And if you, I don't know if you can see on the bottom, there was bunting, and then the border was a little bit different. So I had to adjust the border a little bit. And that's what I came up with. There you go. So hopefully that will be a quick finish. Next one I worked on was a Brenda Gervais Candy Cane Wishes, and mine came out a lot larger than the pattern that they. Okay, here's the pattern, template pattern. And here's my finish. So I'm going to have to enlarge it. But I think it came out cute. I did this on a 28 count Lugana in Sage. It's greeny. I don't know if it's coming out like on the green side, but it's green. The next I worked on was Lizzie Kate Snowy String, and I took out the snowflakes here and here just to make it shorter. It was just something I wanted to do, and I did this on a stormy gray. Let's see. I don't know if you can see the variegation in the fabric. It's gray and different shades of gray, basically. So I finished that one. And then this one. Oh my gosh. Primitive Hair Snow White. Love this one. Love them all, really, but because these are larger ones and I put so much time and effort in them, I just love them. So I will be putting this on a foam core board and then giving it to my son so that he can get a frame to match it as Little Red Riding Hood. Red Riding Hood, not Little, Red Riding Hood from the Primitive Hair. Then I was going through my patterns, and I know I said I wasn't going to start anything until I got my whips down to about 15 so that I can touch them every month, but that ain't working. And I have so many that I want to start, and so I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to have to start and hope I can finish some and start some more. But this was a pattern that was on Lizzie Kate's website last year, and it was printed out. I'll show it from back here. I don't know if you can see it. It says "Give Thanks," but if you couldn't see it, here's the finished product. See, it's just a little "Give Thanks," and I'm going to finish it with a little pillow, and depending how that comes out, I'm going to put an orange rickrack around it. Not rickrack, but trim. Orange trim around it. And it's up here. I hope it comes out the way I think I want to do it. Okay, so then going on to my whips. I know a lot of you have spoken about, commented about Joy, and this is Joy by RETM. And this is one of my Stitch 9 challenges. So I have, let's see, September, October, November, and December if necessary, 4 months to finish it, but I think I'll get it done before the 4 months. This is where I'm at. I'm in the bottom row. Since you've seen it, I've stitched this one, this corner piece, this snowflake star, and I started this motif. So I have this motif and 2 more, and then another star in here. So that is my progress on Joy. And I really, really love working on this. I don't know, I guess it's the pattern and the combination of the fabric, which is 28 count antique white Lugana. So that's Joy. The next one I worked on was Brenda Gervais' Indigo Lane, and I had the house and this side done. So what I've done, I'll show you on this, and then I'll show you the pattern. I did this large motif, part of the tree and the bird, and this is where I've gotten on that. So the top motif, the tree, the bird. So I have a gate and some grass on the bottom and a little bit more on this side. So I don't know if 2 days is enough, but I think 2 more rotations should definitely be enough. So that was that one. I worked on, I don't know if I showed this to you last time. I think I showed you that I was going to work on this. This is the Little House Needleworks Early American, and the one I was working on was Nathan Hale. But the 2 days wasn't enough to complete the block. As you can see, I have Nathan to do over here. I have to finish the gate and the grass and his last name. Oh, and some green bushes in here. I'm looking at the pattern as I'm talking to you. So definitely in the next rotation I should be able to finish that and maybe the outline of the next block. Sometimes you never know how far you get when you're, this is an awfully big piece of fabric. You don't know how far you're going to get on a piece. Like you say, oh, I can do this in 2 days. Well, it ends up being 4 days. Or if I can do this in 4 days and it ends up being 2 days. Okay, and the last one that I worked on was Jenny Bean and Friends by the Shakespeare's Peddler, Teresa Vignette. And I was working on this house. And I have just the door to complete in that section. Double it up so you can see it better. Let's see. Oops, this way. So I have to finish the door, and then I'm finished with that house, and then it'll be a top vine and some more letters, and then moving on. So in my next time on that one, I should finish the house and the vines and the letters above it. That's the plan. Okay, so I'm going to stop here before I show you what I'm going to be working on, because last month I had said I was going to do a giveaway in August, and I had it ready for my last video, but because the video was long, I happened to glance down and see that it was over 50 minutes, I think, at that time, and I just forgot about it. If I remembered, I would have done it in the last video, but I totally forgot about it, and I was like, kind of just like, oh, I better wrap this up because they're going to get tired of watching me. So then I always forget something that I want to tell you, and I says, okay, my next one, and then time passes and it doesn't have any effect on the video 5 videos later. So anyway, I'm going to do it now before I show you what I might be working on in my haul. So this is a giveaway. Please don't say giveaway in your comment. Please be 18 years or older. And I'll tell you what to say if you want any of the patterns. And we're going to start. The first one is the Lizzie Kate November Flip It. So if you're interested in this, all you need to say is November. Or if you want all of them, mention all the words. I will go through them and write them a list down of people that are interested in all of them. I don't do the picker on the machine because I don't know how. So I write it all down, then go to my phone, do the random generator, and pick a number. So November, Lizzie Kate, turkey stamp. Now, this is a pattern that my friend Alva gave me to share with you. This is the Country Cottage Needleworks July house. The pattern's fine. She just ticked off a couple as she checked to see what number, not fabric, floss that she's using. She checked it off. So there's a few check-offs for that, but the pattern is fine, and that's the July pattern. For Lizzie Kate. Giving away Ben Creek's Winter Arches. Oh, so for this one you would say July. Winter Arches, you would just say you're interested in winter. This is a Shepherd's Bush, and this is Deck the Halls. And for this one we'll say Christmas. Now this was given to us at the New Jersey retreat, and it's not really my mojo, but I know a lot of people would love, I think they would love it or like it, to stitch something from it. And I'm going to show you from a distance because basically they're the patterns. It's a Swigart, and it's for appliques onto different motifs that you can do, or you can do it on a plain piece of fabric. So it's flowers and fruit. So if you're interested in that, F&F or flowers and fruit, or anything that has the word flowers or fruit in it, and I will put you in for that. So those are 1, 2, 3, 5 different things. So once more, July, November, winter, Christmas, and F&F, fruits and flowers. Okay. The I guess it's a contest, a giveaway. The giveaway will close on September 13th. And sometime after that, I'll do my video, and I'll announce the winners on that video, and then I will make a comment on your comment of that. Okay, so what am I going to be working on? And then I'll do the haul. This is one of my Stitch 9 challenges, and it's the very last one that I need to complete, and it's November. Let's see, it's this one right here. And I will be doing that on 28 count Lugana, and I believe this is light taupe. Oops. Kind of matches that. I did different fabrics for different months. If I had something that I thought was appropriate for the month, color-wise, I would just do it on that. So that's my last one for Stitch 9, and then I have Joy to complete. And after those two are complete, I've completed my Stitch 9 challenge. The next one I'm going to start is, not start, but continue working on is Turkey Bay. And I love the colors in that. And I am this far from the first time I worked on it. So I have a ways to go. I don't think I'll get it done for Thanksgiving, but it would be nice. I'm bringing in some of my fall stuff that I've worked on before it started. This was during Mania, because I did a fall Halloween Mania. So now I'm picking up some of those patterns to work on. And this is the Prairie Schooler Village Sampler. And this is how far I've gotten on that. Not very far. So hopefully I'll make some progress on it. Some progress is better than no progress. This is out of season, sort of. Season meaning like if I'm going to do some fall stitching. But I do want to go through one more rotation in it before I put it away, because I think then I will put it away until January, since it's more for the spring. But I love it so much, the colors. So this is Abby Rose Design, Spring is Sure to Come. And I'm doing this one. And I'm doing it on a real pale blue. Okay. So that I'll be working on that one, and then I will put that away. I'll probably try to get most of the alphabet done. Nope, this one. Then I'm going to be working on the Haunted Mansion by the Tiny Modernist. Last time I worked on that, and this is on a 28 count Lugana in Haunted. So I have a long way to go. I'm hoping by next Halloween. This one will be starting at our meetup in September 7th at Needleworkers, a stitching group. We're going to be working on Michelle Bendy Stitchy's Alice's Mad Plant. We're going to stitch this. We're all going to start it together, and then we're going to put in each other's initials. And I have 3 fabrics that I selected because I don't know what I want to do it on. This is Golden Blossom. Let's see if I do this. It's Golden Blossom. This one is just plain yellow. It's bright. I mean, it's fading out in there, but hopefully when I play it back, it'll be a little yellower. It's really bright yellow. And then I just have a neutral, this is 18 count. Let's see. This is 18. Okay. This one is a Lugana, 28 count Lugana. That's the Golden Blossom. The yellow is an 18 count Ada. And this is also an 18 count Ada. And I just finished something from this, and I don't remember what it was. Oh, the Winter Arches. I did the Winter Arches on this one. And I washed it because the iron had kind of spit on it, but it came out. So it's like a cream, no, can't think of the word, but it's like a light tan. Okay, so I'll have them help me pick the color that I'll be using for that. And then just until my next video, I will be working on Lizzie Kate, Pair of Pilgrims, Say that 10 times fast. And that was another Mania start, and that's how far I've gotten. So I have a long way to go. And that is done on a 14 count. I believe this is taupe. It looks gray to me in the picture, but it's in the brown family actually. Okay, that is what I will be working on from the beginning of September through around the 15th. I think the 5th, I don't know what day the 15th is, but somewhere around there I'll make my next video. Okay, a little bit of haul. This was another freebie that was printed from the website, and this was from Heartstring Samplery, Beth Twist. Grateful, Thankful, Blessed, and it was from her website, and somebody shared that with me. So I'd like to do that. I don't have many smalls for Thanksgiving, so that's why I did that Lizzie Kate Give Thanks, and then I think I do this one and I'll put it in a display. Okay, last time I showed you this, it's Satsuma Street, and it was autumn, and so as I started to pick the colors, it's all DMC, but then there's a bunch of variegated DMCs. So I went to Needleworkers yesterday, and they didn't carry the variegated floss of DMC. So they have the alternate number of regular DMC. So I took that number, walked over to the board of Weeks Dye Works, mostly of them, and I selected the comparable colors. So these are some of the colors that I selected, and let's see. I wish I had more hands. Put it on this. This is Clockwork. This is Whiskey. This is Terracotta. Daylily. This one's really pretty. This is Grenadine. And I got 2 terracottas because one of the called for 2 because it was to go around, I think, the make the outside borders and then probably inside the pattern itself. So those are some of the other colors floss that I charted, and I'm going to do that on a 28 count antique white Lugana. Okay, then last time I told you I ordered, oops, there's no table there. I ordered a pattern, and I was waiting for it to come in, and it came in. I'm so excited. I'm not excited. I'm excited, but it's not for me. I sent a picture to my son, who likes cross-stitching, if the pattern's right. So I sent this to him. I says, oh, what do you think of it? And he said, oh, it's awesome. That's all Mom had to hear. So, Long Dog Sampler, Templar Prophecy. Now, this is like 300 and something by 300. Oh, here it is, 327 by 341. So I wanted to pick up the fabric right away, and it's all done in black. So I ordered a couple of boxes of Anchor black to start with, because I think I'm going to need more than the 2 boxes. And I'm doing it on a white 28 count Lugana, and here's the black. And what can be more opposites than those two colors. So I'm excited to start, but also nervous because this is one is the largest pattern that I will be attempting. And there's like, when my husband saw the pattern and somebody else saw it, he goes, oh, it's black, gray, and white. And no, the white is just black. The white is from not being stitched. And I don't know, this is kind of like what I consider full coverage for me, but it's not. But if you look here, just to see the bunny here, in the black section it's white, and in the white section it's black. And then they give you numbers to change the year, because this is 2018. I don't know if I'll finish it in 2020. So this is something I do want to start, because it's going to take me a while. But anyway, on to the next. What else did I buy? I bought a ice blue 28 count piece of Lugana, because blue, I like working on blue. Sometimes it pops the patterns. It's different, and it's a really, really pale blue. And then I purchased Jack Frost's Tree Farm, and I think I'm going to do it the way Priscilla is doing it, from Priscilla and Chelsea, The Real Housewives. This is the pattern. This will be the top. And then I'm going to do these two trucks on the ends. And that would be balsam fir and Douglas fir. And then in the center would be pine. And just make it a tree farm per se, because I was looking at the other ones and I think it was like a cookie stand or something, or hot cocoa. So I think this is great, but I don't know if I'll get to this for this Christmas. And I bought most of the colors they had. I'll put it against the white fabric. This was Nature's Trail, Wagon Wheel, Eggshell. Oh, eggshell is eggshell. Pine Needles. I think did I buy 2 pine needles? No. Cherry Bark. I think Cherry Bark was for another pattern, but I needed it. Cherry Cobbler. Muddy Puddle. Black Coffee. And English Ivy. And those are the colors of floss that I purchased. Okay, so let me just go over my notes. I did what I was going to work on. I did haul, and I did the giveaway this time. Yay! So that's it. I'm going to wrap it up. Have a great Labor Day again. I'll see you in about 2 weeks or so. Maybe the baby will be here. Maybe we'll be on pins and needles waiting. Until then, stay well. Happy stitching. Bye now.